I was very pleased with a lot of it. Very, very pleased. I thought we were a constant threat on the counter-attack. But unfortunately, were goals. The third goal, there was a big opportunity in the game where Joe Linton maybe had a chance to go 2-2. And then that quality which Fernandes possesses, smashes one in the top corner. And all the hard work we've done is come undone.
So happy for him, so happy for the team, so happy for the supporters. You've sensed the atmosphere around the club since Cristiano signed, and of course today could have easily been an anticlimax because the expectations were high, but he's delivered again, the boy, or man.
It's unbelievable. When I started the game, I was so nervous. Because,
really?
Yes, I swear. And but I think it was normal because I didn't expect they sing all game to my name, so I was very nervous. But maybe I didn't show. But I was. But as I said before, the reception is incredible. But I'm here to win games, to help the team and to make the club great.
Brilliant stuff. Even superheroes get a little bit
We were just chatting because when you make your debut, Mark, and I'm glad that Ronaldo said he was super nervy, because when you make your debut, sometimes they can be your worst games because everything just goes by a million miles an hour. I was asking Dion, have you ever been on fire in your debut?
Yeah, I mean...
You went, yeah.
Yeah. It's all in here. Your tummy's going all over the place. And for him to be nervous, he's human. I'm glad he's human.
Yeah. Incredible. I mean, we've said it a million times, the reason why we love sport, not just football, is you don't know what's going to happen. And who would have said 3 weeks ago, oh, Ronaldo will be back and he'll score twice? We probably would have guessed the second bit. He'll score on his debut. The fact that he's coming back, age 36, he looks $1 million.
Inevitable.
It's completely changed the atmosphere around Old Trafford. And as we discussed last week, it's completely changed the discussion around the top of the table.
I was at a hotel near Old Trafford on Thursday, and there must have been 200 or 300 people having a selfie with the banner of Ronaldo. Just in the background, just being in and around Manchester United Football Club, that's where they wanted to be. Just have a picture.
The scenes watching his warm-up were incredible enough. There were so many fans inside the stadium, all red shirts on. The lucky one's got Ronaldo number 7 shirts on. He scored a little tap in his warm-up. Old Trafford went nuts. It's what he brings. He brings belief. It brings, for a United fan, I would imagine, but for someone like me who's not a United fan, you sit there watching the game against Newcastle and you go, I've seen this movie before.
You see,
he's going to score.
The Premier League is better with him in it.
Oh, indisputable.
The Premier League is better, right now because of one player. That's how big he is.
The fan stayed for about an hour afterwards while he was doing his interviews on the pitch. We saw the interview he did with Steve Bauer there on the pitch. He stayed for about an hour, and it's just transformed the atmosphere around our league in Manchester. First time in a decade the Man City fans are going, oh, right, OK. There's a bit of an awakening going on over there.
What was the story you told me earlier about the apple crumble?
So apparently on Thursday during lunch, there was apple crumble and custard. That's why I'd never be a
We'd have been in.
Oh, right in. And apparently, you can have it. And Lee Grant, the reserve goalkeeper, said that suddenly all the players saw what Ronaldo was eating, quinoa, avocado, boiled eggs, and more to the point, what he wasn't eating, and they all went, no, I won't have apple crumble today. Not for me, thank you.
I'm sure, Mark, you were eating apple crumble last week.
No. I've never liked apple crumble.
Wasn't me, not me, no.
Just these sort of small marginal gains, is it? These little things, these demands. When we were watching that, I was saying to you, if Pogba, the story today is that Pogba is thinking about maybe he will extend his contract. He's probably thinking, hang on, I'm 28, Pogba. He's 36, the way he is. He's got 3 or 4 more years at this level. Yeah. Maybe for me, Pogba, the best years of my career, 28 to 32. Yeah. Maybe I do want to be here because I want to play with him.
And that's the prime age. 28 is when you've you've matured. Yeah. You're now at the best at your job. And I think for him to stay at United makes sense with the players. The window that Man United have had. What a window, Sancho,
Sancho, Ronaldo.
Oh,
you buy them players in, you get them players in.
You mean business? You mean business?
You mean you need to? You will be expected to win the league.
Correct.
But you're right in what you're saying. For people like Paul Pogba, in that arena, he's loved anyway, Pogba, and the atmosphere at Old Trafford's always good. That was off the scale at the weekend. How nuts the place was, and how brilliant it was, and how much he got adored, Ronaldo, and rightly so. And that will have an effect on the Paul Pogbas, on the Sanchos, Rashfords, all of them. They'll relish.
It's so exciting. I mean, we'll get to the end. I think this has the potential to be the most exciting Premier League season we've ever had. And I'm not just saying that because I'm standing here and someone's telling me to stand here, paid to stand here. You know, you've played it and I've done this job 30 years. I look at the top four now,
Open, isn't it?
And I think, wow, you could make a serious argument for all of those.
We can't call it.
We'll get to those games which may define it when they play each other. Right, Ronaldo, where is he going to play? What sort of player is he today in our league?
Well, I've got some clips of where he was playing, but more importantly, the relationship he had with Bruno. Yeah. And everyone thought, well, Ronaldo coming in, there's going to be a little bit spiky between the two Portuguese men. And it was very on in the game that Bruno was looking for him all the time. He's just checking his shoulders. He's looking where Ronaldo is. Ronaldo said he was a little bit nervy. So you're seeing, right, is Bruno going to give him the ball? This tells you everything. I love that little look from Bruno Fernandes. I'll take it back a yard. Ronaldo knows exactly where the space is, Mark. He knows that's the space I need to be running into. Bruno's got the intelligence. He's got the technique to find him.
He's played this for Portugal so many times.
Look at the movement from Ronaldo. Yeah. Now, Ronaldo's not going to be the player that he was 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago when he was getting on a halfway line, taking people on. But this is what he's still amazing at. Dion, you'll appreciate what he does here.
Yeah, it's just those short bursts. And it's just when Bruno touches the ball, then he goes... because he knows his next touch can be the pass. So it's all about the timing. And they've got such sort of telepathic ways between them. Doesn't
and from that standing
start,
he's still got a quick enough burst to get away from his defender.
And that's what you'll see. You'll see him doing... You won't see him doing any more than maybe 20, 30 yards. That's enough.
Yeah.
Before we've seen him pick the ball up in his own half and he's sprinting all the
as Don says, he scored a famous goal at Fulham once when he got the ball on the halfway line, didn't he? And did 3 steppos and accelerated down, cutting and scored. He won't do that anymore because he's 30. He can't.
And he doesn't need to.
He'll be doing this instead.
He'll expect this.
Yeah.
Again, Don's going to show you there. It's out of his feet. He's ready to strike the ball. Ronaldo's already turned his back on Bruno again.
Yeah.
He's going to an area where he wants the ball to be in, and that's exactly what.
And you obviously the forward, you are the midfielder. It's just a look, isn't it?
That's all it is.
You're slightly open. What that means? I'm going.
You know that. When Don has the ball at his feet, if Don goes like that and pushes the ball there,
that's your trigger.
That's my trigger. As soon as he goes like that, then he can do anything with the ball. Then that's when you go.
Footballers normally work on the opposites.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is Ronaldo's going to come short. Ronaldo will come in there. Bruno knows opposites. Yeah. So the second he goes in there, Bruno knows I'm going opposite. I'm going long.
I'm going back the other way.
Vice versa. If Ronaldo goes there now, he can still chop and go near. Yeah. That's his normal run these days. For Juve, you very rarely see Ronaldo go in near post. Yeah. Defenders will get wary and they'll start to notice this is his trademark run now, far post.
Yeah, and they'll find him more often than not. I mean, that was funny, actually. He got that all wrong, that second part, and then he had a little smile at the fans, which was good.
Is he going to play between the posts, as you say? Is he going to play as a centre forward who's going to stick between... Is that going to be his primary spot?
Absolutely. Just use your energy in those short bursts within the 6-yard box, that little channel from the 6-yard box. Stay in there, because that's where you're going to be most dangerous for us. And that's where we'll get.
There was so many times when United, and they will improve, by the way, when they had balls outside the width of the 18-yard box, Bruno was in there, Greenwood was in there, Sancho was trying to keep his width, but Ronaldo was in there. There were so many red shirts inside the 18-yard box that this is where he'll want to be, Mark, because he's come away from a game where he wasn't amazing, but he'd done what he had to do. He scored 2 goals. Look at the relationship again. You know, they were asking for a penalty here. It wasn't a penalty. Lascelles was just too strong. But Ronaldo's wise. He knows, why do I want to go into a wide area when we've got Jadon Sancho? Why do I want to go into midfield when we've got Bruno and we've got Pogba? Yeah. All I'm going to do is I'm going to spend my time working between the width of the 18-yard box. I'm going to be where it matters. And you come away from a game on your home debut scoring 2. It's incredible.
As you said, they've got Greenwood, Sancho, Lingard and Rashford in those wide areas. And Martial.
I'll stick in the middle. And Lingard.
Not bad.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he scores just on the stroke of half-time. Interestingly, statistically, Manchester United have scored very few goals inside the 6-yard box in the last few seasons, which this will please Ole Gunnar Solskjaer immensely.
Yeah.
It's an ugly goal. Don't matter.
Doesn't matter.
They're all worth one.
But you might say it's ugly. You might say it's ugly, but it's the work he does to get the goal for Portugal in the Euros. He sprinted from a corner against.
Oh, that one.
He won the first head. I can't quite remember who it was against. He ran the whole length of the pitch and tapped it in, and people were going, tap in Merchant. You've got to appreciate the work that he does.
You know, I think with his first goal, his first goal is all about just in case.